Hello, and welcome to Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics. I'm Diane Ray. I'm so glad you could join us today for this, our MindBodySpirit.fm podcast network event. And it's so fun to do these. This is only our fifth one, I think, that we've done, Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics. And it's such a great way for us to showcase the amazing podcasters we have on the network and give you a chance to meet them and see what they do, and also to interact and engage and ask questions. So we have such talented people on the network. So I'm always excited to share that with you. So today I want to welcome Reverend Sue Frederick, and she's host of Sue Frederick's Mystical Conversations podcast. And Sue is an amazing teacher. She's a master numerologist, an author, an angel intuitive, and just a gifted intuitive all around. I mean, she's able to share channeled wisdom from guides, angels, and departed loved ones as well. And so I'm really happy to welcome Sue and have her share her gifts today. So thanks for doing this, Sue.
Oh, this is so fun. I love doing these little group readings.
This is going to be amazing because normally people have to wait for a while to get a reading, with you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we could do this.
My private sessions are booked for a year, but I always offer these little circles of mini readings, that twice a month, so that I can help everybody just a little bit, to help answer their questions, and using numerology and intuition and angel guidance. It's not about me. All this information is here for us to know, and I just try to open up and bring it through.
And we need it so much lately, now more than ever.
Yeah, people are very much struggling with the energy of our world today, as you know, because there's so much, it's consciousness speeding up. It's going to be good. It's going to help us rebirth our humanity on Earth. But rebirth, I was telling my friends last week, they said, Sue, you said rebirth was going to be better than last year, the ending. And I said, if you've ever given birth, then you know that birth is probably more painful than when the soul leaves the body at the end of life, because we have to have labor to bring new life into the world. And that's what we're doing collectively.
It is a challenging time for a lot of people, and an interesting time too. So much going on, new science, technology, so many things that we're adjusting to. So I'm glad that you're here to help us make sense of it all. So what you do, or what you're going to be doing today, is sacred numerology. And people are so fascinated with numerology. I have been, and I'm afraid of numbers, I think, generally, because I'm terrible at math. But I mean, you really don't need to be a great math whiz or anything to understand numerology. So could you tell us a little bit about that, about what you do with numerology?
Yeah, numbers are one of our beautiful divine signposts here on Earth that help us remember why we've come to Earth, who we are, what we've come to do, the soul agreements we've made with our loved ones. They're so easy. That what I love about numerology is that once you learn the basics of it, and I've written so many books to teach people the basics. My newest one is called Angels and Numbers. And then I've got numerology workbooks and classes. Once you learn those basics, then you can really understand your purpose, what you've come to do, where you are in your reinvention cycles, which is so helpful to people. And then the soul agreements that you've made, even with the people who've broken your heart or who have left this lifetime, those soul agreements give us so much peace and understanding. And all of that is in basic numerology. And also, I made a free soul path calculator on my website, so that if you're listening today and you say, well, gosh, what is my birth path? You can just go to SueFrederick.com and input your date of birth, and you'll get all of this number information free.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because during the event today, people are going to see you, looking down and writing things down and figuring it out. And so for our participants today, they all went to the site and
Mhm.
they did the soul path information. They did the calculator.
Mhm.
So, tell us what you're going to do with that information and how that works.
So I have a card for every person that's in our group with their name written on it. And so when we come to the first person, I'll say, okay, give me the information from the calculator. And as they read it, I'm writing it on the card. And the reason I write it is because I've spent 30 years putting my hand on a client's information when I prepare their chart before the session. And I put my hand there and say, please, divine guides, give me the words to help this soul move forward. And then I start really getting the process unfolding and reading and sharing with them what I'm getting. So I do that in a mini way in these mini readings. So I write it down, put my hand on it and go, okay. And then the reading unfolds from there.
And even though it's a mini reading, it's not anything less accurate, I guess. I mean, you can still really
Oh,
pinpoint information.
yeah, the only difference is when I'm doing a 90-minute or an hour session with a client, we're really reviewing their entire lifetime in terms of reinvention points and soul learnings. And it sort of helps them. It's like having a soul review at the end of your life when we're crossing over and we suddenly see our whole lifetime playing out and we realize, oh, wow, I did that part really good, but gee, I wish I'd loved a little more over here, or I wish I'd been a little more compassionate. That soul review we can do while we're still here through numerology, through looking at our cycles and our soul agreements. And it's so helpful because then every day when we're faced with a choice or an interaction, we can kind of see it through that soul's perspective and go, here's how I want this to look when I'm crossing over. I don't want it to look like I really was messing it up. And so doing a soul review in numerology kind of prepares us for how we'll view our life at the end of the life.
Oh, that is so interesting. I'm excited to hear the information that you have for our participants. So let's go ahead and start. We'll bring on our first one. So let's bring on Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Diane. Hi,
Hey,
Sue.
Shelley, you're so beautiful. Give me your information.
Back at you, girl. I am a Sagittarius. The state was 10-1, 10-1 single, 28-1 path. I am 67. And the personal year was 6-6.
6. Okay. All right. So first, before you give me your question, let me just say, when we choose the Sagittarius 1 path, we're coming here to be a leader, a visionary, to be very independent, to create our own business, not to listen to what other people are telling us to do or be. And because you're far along in your journey, I'm sure you're not surprised to hear that you're supposed to do it your way.
Well, I've tried. It hasn't always worked out that way for me, but I've also found that I can be flexible as well, here and there.
And the other piece too is that your path of learning in this life, because we all have the great potential of what we've come to do, and then we have our challenge. And the challenge for you is needing approval or doubting yourself. But in the arc of learning of your life, you become the one who says, here's what's true. Follow my ideas, follow my truth. And you don't doubt yourself, or you use that self-doubt as fuel. I see that you have a healing gifts in you. You have the ability to work with energy. First of all, let me stop. What is your question for me today? I should have asked that up front.
Well, honestly, at this age, I've enjoyed great health for a really good portion of my life. But I've had both hips replaced. Now my lower back is killing me. Is there something that the numbers point to in terms of,
Yeah.
is it acupuncture? Is it massage? Is it everything? I don't want to be on narcotics, and
Yeah.
that's what doctors want to throw at you.
Well, first of all, you're in a sixth personal year. This cycle that you're in started 5 years ago. And the lesson of this year is about healing through the heart, healing the body, healing the heart, healing the spirit, healing relationships. None of that is separate. It all happens all at once. So, are you in a relationship?
Oh, yes, I'm married.
So there's a little piece of it that is calling to be healed so that you can heal your body. It's all tied together. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but there's something in the relationship that is calling you to heal it as well in order to realign with your own perfect health. Our health issues are never separate from the rest of us, from our soul, from our whole journey here. They're always a little spirit nudge going, come on, you have to tweak this. You're a little off path. And as I say that to you, you're an independent one path soul. You are meant to be walking strong and proud, loud and proud the rest of your life, not in any way surrendering to what even conventional medicine would say if it doesn't feel right to you. But this is also a call to action to you to learn things like Reiki, to learn things like using energy and sound frequency to heal yourself. What do you do for a living, Shelley?
I am retired, but I was in radio for 35 years. So,
well, sound healing.
yeah, exactly. And it is very effective on me.
So have you been going to sound baths and that sort of thing?
Not on a regular basis, but where I can, I certainly do.
Mhm.
I think the biggest thing with what I did for a living was you had to wake up at 4 a.m. And I am not a morning person. And I worry that did do some harm.
No, that's the human mind story. The human mind gives us all kinds of stuff to worry about and think about and get really upset about, right?
Right.
So number one, meditate. Do you meditate every day?
Not as much as I should.
Okay, here's the deal, Shelley. Your life is not anywhere near over, and you're telling me you're retired and now you're worried about your health. You're being called into service, so to speak. I want you to go study Reiki. I want you to go and learn about sound healing. I want you to find your niche as some form of alternative healer. You have powerful intuition as well. It's like it's all waiting to give birth here. And because you're sort of trying to pretend like you're ordinary and you're retired, the body is going, no, wake up.
Well, and that's the thing that my husband and I did with retirement. We moved out to an acreage so that I can grow our own food as much as possible. Those darn chickens, if they don't start laying eggs pretty quickly here, they're going to be in a fricassee. But
Shelley, you're not here to be isolated. You're the Sag one. You need to be around people. You need to be teaching workshops. You need to be leading groups. We often think I'm just going to go and spend the rest of my life in the mountains and that's called crossing over. When we finally get to leave this game and we get to return to the heavenly realms, as long as we're here taking a breath, it's on purpose. We are meant to be you have so many gifts that you haven't even allowed yourself to express, and they have to do with healing.
I do think in a lot of ways, my 7 years of retirement have been about just sleeping in. And I think I have been trying to catch up, as it were, of all the things that I feel that my career, it was a great career, don't get me wrong, but it did kind of rob me of some things that I feel like I'm
rewrite. That career was perfect for you to be sharing your truth with the world when it happened. Now you're in a 6 year, it's a year to finally heal the body, mind, and spirit from that. Let go of the story you're carrying about how awful that was on your body and rewrite it and say, I'm so grateful that I had that powerful career, learned exactly what my soul needed to learn from it. Now I start moving into an alternative career. I'm going to go take a Reiki class. I'm going to learn to meditate. I'm going to step into all these alternative things, and I will feel my soul come alive again.
That would be lovely.
Any other questions?
I am kind of worried about our dog. She's getting older, and we've certainly been through this before, but I don't know if that comes through in these kinds of readings or not. But she's really special to me, and
She's one of
she's a
your
tough girl.
soulmates for sure, and she is actually trying to tell you you need to make changes. And I feel like it's her message to you that perhaps she will cross soon, and she wants to make sure that you're not just hiding out for the rest of this lifetime, and freeing you up in some ways to be able to go and make some changes in your life.
Ooh,
Then
interesting.
if I have another chance to ask anything else about any other realm, of course, when you retire, you live on a fixed income. And I'm hesitant to keep part of it in the stock market. And I know I'm not asking you for an insider trading bit, but just in general, is there anything that I should
Yeah,
be?
there's wrong thinking that we are given in our culture about retirement. And it says, I work the stressful job, I make all my money doing that. It's usually very hard and it drains my soul. Then I go into a phase called retirement where I have no more income and I have to live on whatever I made not doing my true work.
Exactly.
Delete. Once you're doing your true healing work, you are making money from that. It is a
Right.
natural flow back into your life, and it keeps you from feeling you have to live in any kind of fear of that money running out. You know, this world, this physical world, has so many myths and misunderstandings that we follow here. And once we've left the body, gotten a download about how it works, gone back and looked at our soul review, we realized, wow, we kind of had it backwards. I wasn't just here to have that one career. I was here to keep stepping up and stepping up to my greater and greater work and greater gifts. As a one path Sag, you know, it'll be a little scary for you to tell people, hey, I'm trying some new things. But when you do it, you're going to be extraordinary at it. And people will pay to come to your workshops. They'll pay to hear your new podcast. You will be so successful and money won't be a worry.
There's
Good to
second
know.
acts,
Yeah.
second and third acts.
Do I have to keep an alarm though? That's all I want to know.
It's
No,
up to you, sweetheart. It's your own business.
that's so
Well,
great,
thank you
Sag
very
One
much.
Path.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You think you only have one, but it appears you don't. So
One career.
one path. I mean,
Well, you
there are a lot of
grow and
different paths.
change with each reinvention cycle, you know?
Right.
So for example, in my 20s, I was an outward bound a Montessori teacher and an outward bound mountaineer teacher. And then in my 30s, I became a journalist. I wrote for health magazines and health newspapers. And when I learned everything I needed to learn from all that, I was brought to the next and the next. And I know as long as I'm here taking a breath, there's a next coming. And I
Right.
have to trust my intuition and look for the signs, the angels. The angels always illuminate the doorway we're supposed to walk through. So let's pretend that you go on the internet and you search some classes and there's a teacher there that you feel a real connection with. Her whole energy feels bright and light filled to you. That's a sign from the angels saying, go take that class. Just see where it brings you.
All right.
Stay open
Thank
for
you.
opportunities. I love hearing that. And I love that you can explore some of these avenues and questions, Sue. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring on Sophia and see what Sue can find out for you, Sophia.
Hi, beautiful Sophia.
Hi. Okay, so you want me to give you the information now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a Sagittarius,
Mhm.
and as far as my birth path, I'm a 20/2 with the stacked method
Wait, slow down. 20/2, right? Okay, got it.
for the stacked, and
Right.
then I'm a master 11/2 for the single digit,
Right.
a master 11/2 for the linear, and my age is 66, and I'm in a personal year 6, which breaks down to a 15/6.
Yeah. So you're the second person in the group that's in a 6th personal year. One thing I didn't say at the beginning that I usually say is that every group has a theme, that we never come together randomly, that every class I've ever taught, every group I've ever worked with, we come together because we have things to learn from each other, things to share with each other. So you and Shelley are both in a 6th personal year, a year of healing. And you're a double 11 and you're a Sag. My God, there's a theme, honey.
And I have an 11 birth date.
Wow, right. And also, Sophia, you're in my classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my angel classes, I think.
Right.
Yeah, because you are that angel soul. And so just reminding anybody who's listening what this 11 path is like for Sophia is that it's a pure channel of intuition to the highest realms where she can channel in such divine guidance. She's a pure heart open healer for others. The Sag, just like I told Shelley, means she needs to be around people. She needs to be connecting because she becomes the teacher that way. And also, you're in a 6th personal year. So what is your question for me today, Sophia?
Well, I know the personal year of 6 is about your home, love, and relationships, and sometimes your service, a work with love. So I guess I'm wondering if you see me meeting my soulmate partner this year. I hear it's a good year for that, or moving, because I do want to move to a different area. And how also about my career, how maybe the 6th year will affect my career.
Well, I'm just looking at your background. Is that you have a book called Secrets of the Empowered Woman?
Empowered Woman, yes. I wrote a book with the pandemic, and I went through the second Saturn return when I turned 60 and with the pandemic, and it's been quite a ride.
And so that second Saturn return is what got you into this career, writing these books and doing these things?
No, I had a long career of 15 years, and that's what shifted with the pandemic, where I was teaching and coaching at a holistic retreat center. I wrote the book because when that position ended during the pandemic, and really pursued more of my unique,
your own thing.
My own thing.
Yes. And here you are 6 years in, and you say you're looking for love and looking to move. Well, it's definitely a love year for you, but you're a Sag 11. Your love connection has to come from a very highly evolved soul, a very highly evolved partner. And what I see for you is is a 22 like me, because then you have that soul agreement of the 33/6.
Oh, wow.
And I feel that that's coming. It's coming by the end of this year, like more around October. But it's also when you're out in the world doing your work that this person shows up. So are you teaching still in retreats or in workshops?
No, I'm mostly coaching, but I am thinking of doing a class. I'm about ready to, but it's online. The stuff I've done has mostly been online versus in person, and it's with women.
Yeah.
Not men. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to urge you to, in this 6th year, to step out of the comfort zone a little bit and, find a physical location to go and teach. Maybe it's a place that you just show up on a Saturday and do a 3-hour class or something, but it feels like that's what you were drawn to do last year, and maybe it didn't happen, but now I want you to do it, and it's going to help you find this partner. You're not looking for them. They're finding you, because you're holding up your sign going, I'm a double 11 doing my beautiful work in the world, and they will see your beautiful soul. The other question was about moving. Again, it's so strange. Sophia, did you want to move last year? I keep feeling like there were these things that were supposed to happen last year. Tell me.
Yeah, I did. I thought I was going to, and then I intuitively got some feelings about the place that was like, no, that was not a good idea. And I'm glad I didn't, but I haven't found a place yet. And it seems kind of contingent about my 99-year-old father. I'm kind of, when he passes, I'll have an idea better what my financial situation would be.
Oh, and by the way, that's maybe I don't know if I should say this.
No, please do.
I do feel his soul is crossing this year.
Yeah, that's what my intuition is saying.
Yeah. But he'll be very at peace and you'll be helping him. And he's actually very happy when he lets go of the mind. He's very happy to leave the body, you know? So you'll be his escort into the higher realms, the spiritual guide that he needs. Are you comfortable doing that?
Well, we've had a quite the complicated relationship. I don't see him real often. He doesn't live real close by. But I've done all kinds of healing work with him, you know what I mean? I mean, within myself or my relationship. He's been my greatest teacher, you know,
Right.
you know how it all goes, right? Yeah, as you've said.
Is there somebody there who can hold the phone and have a FaceTime with you and your dad?
Well, he's not in the hospital or anything right now. You mean when when something
So
happens?
you can call him now and talk to him?
Oh yeah, I call him every week, and then I just saw him at Christmas. I'll go in June around his birthday and Father's Day.
Good, because what I feel like he needs is for you to really honestly talk to him about the process of dying and of letting go with the physical body, and to talk about, even just to start it with a question like, you know, how do you feel about dying, Dad? And to try to just be his companion on that journey of leaving the physical world, because he's holding on out of some unprocessed fear, but his soul is ready to go. And you, as the angel soul that you are, can be the one who loves and comforts him and talks about it in a very helpful way.
Wow. Okay. I'll arrange to go see him when I could be by myself. Maybe he's normally we talk about the weather because he doesn't talk about feelings. You know,
I know, but that's your job. You're the double 11.
Yeah, but I'm comfortable about talking with all
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
But when a soul is that close to crossing, Sophia, they want somebody to come in and bridge the gap, you know, and say those things. And what happens then is they open up, and it kind of amazes everybody, like, wow, I can't believe you had that conversation with them. They never talk about that, but you have the ability and you have the gift to be that facilitator.
Well, how soon do you think I should see him? But you know, you said this year.
June, all these sixes, it's June.
Okay, June was when I was planning on going in.
Yeah.
So that's okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
And then after that, a lot clears up here, you know, then that's kind of when you know where you're going to move. That's when you find a place where you're going to go teach, and then you meet this partner. It's like a lot of things start shifting
After that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after I talk with him or after he actually passes?
Well, I feel like, you know, in June, there's an important conversation. Then he begins to release and let go. And then by October, there's a whole lot of changes happening in your life. A partner, a new location unfold. Oh, the partner and the new location go together, by the way.
Okay. And so obviously whatever I teach, it needs to be for men and women, for sure.
Yeah. So the empowered man and woman. No, the empowered soul.
Yeah, I mean, I taught men. You know, through all those 15 years. Yeah. Well,
you are a beautiful soul, Sophia. Absolutely beautiful, and it's just a pleasure to know you. And double 11 Sagittarius, you're the angel.
Thank you so much, Sue. It's such a pleasure knowing you. Thank you. I'm looking so forward to the next class with you.
Oh, good. Me too. All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Well, let's bring on Carlene. And if she's a Sagittarius too, there's definitely something going on with that.
I'm not.
We'll bring
All
her
right,
on. Thanks,
Carlene, give me
Carlene.
your info.
Okay, astrological sign Taurus.
Mhm.
Exact method 22/4.
Okay, I can hear you, but there's a weird interference happening there. But you said Taurus 22 Master Soul?
Stacked method is 22/4.
Okay.
Linear method 31/4.
Got it.
Single digit method 13/4.
Okay, got it.
Age 61.
Mhm.
Personal year 12/3.
Okay. Well, first, before you tell me anything else, you're on that 22 Master Soul path. And I was just talking to Sophia, who's on the 11 Master Soul path. And there are these 3 Master Soul paths that our soul can choose, the 11, the 22, and the 33. I really resonate with the 22 because I'm on the 22, Carlene. And what it means is we are called to do our work to help shift consciousness here, but it's always based in actual work, like we're writing books, teaching, doing all this stuff. Plus you've got Taurus wrapped around it, which makes you even more grounded and practical, nursing, all of that sort of thing. So what is your question for me today?
So I just came out of my second Saturn return.
Mm-hmm.
And during my second Saturn return, I lost my entire family to a house fire
Oh, baby.
in the Caribbean.
Oh, baby.
So
Your
I'm in,
family of origin, Carlene?
yes.
Oh,
So I'm in
baby.
Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened on September 23, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
My mother lit a match. It was an early Saturday morning. She lit a match, and next thing you know, the house was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So she escaped through the back door
Mm-hmm.
and died in hospital 3 days later.
Wow.
But my baby sister never escaped.
Mm.
So when I went home, the police said I can't bury them yet. There is all these procedures I have to go through because it's a police case.
Right.
So I had to go back the next month for the autopsy to identify the bodies. Yes,
Mhm.
that's my sister. Yes, that's my mother.
So you said you've done that already?
Yeah, this was in
Yeah.
2023.
Oh,
Yeah.
2023. Right, right.
But when I came back
Mm-hmm.
to Canada, my job was gone. My employer just couldn't wait. So I
And
had
what
no
is your
job.
job? What was your job?
I was a grant writer. It was a
Mhm.
brand new job,
Yeah.
and I hated it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work, that grant writing stuff. It's
Yeah.
very Taurus 4. If you're writing grants for anyone, I want you writing them for your own work, Taurus 22. And now you definitely have a call to be a healer, a medium. I think you're already seeing spirit. I know you are. You're already seeing your mother. Tell me, is that true?
Well, I don't know. What happened is that I didn't think about it all. I just put it out of my mind because I was numb for a whole year. I was
Mm.
numb. I didn't laugh. I didn't smile. Nothing for like 6 months. And then one day I realized, oh my gosh, I haven't laughed or smiled in 6 months. So I
Yeah.
registered for university, went back to school to heal myself, and
Yeah.
I started jumping rope, doing more. I exercise every day, but I
Mhm.
added jump rope, something
Mhm.
fire because I don't have fire
Yeah.
in my chart. I'm
To
an
shake up your
astrologer.
energy. Yeah. And
So,
what are you studying now?
well, I registered for history degree, but I plan to be an astrologer, a career astrologer.
Oh,
So I
that's
love,
so much better.
yes, I love
So why
astrology,
are you studying history?
but it's just for fun.
Oh, for fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's the deal. You are being called to step up to that 22. There's no doubt whatsoever. In the downside of our 22 path, we're in the 4 energy. And 4 is just about hard work for hard work's sake. You and I have both spent way too much time doing that,
Yeah.
And for you being a grant writer, and for me back when I worked for newspapers and magazines, always under deadlines and all of that, that was much more of the 4 energy. So now, writing books is more the 22 energy. And
Yeah.
you are called to put together all the amazing things you've learned in your life into your platform, your
Yeah.
books. And by the way, don't deny it. You are a medium. I am so very much feeling that your mother is laughing, going, don't pretend you don't see me.
Yeah. Well, we never
So
got an
I want you to do some automatic writing with your
Yeah.
mom.
Sorry, I did ask. I need to ask my question.
Oh,
I just wanted
sorry.
to know, why did this incident happen?
Yeah.
Why,
It's-
why did God take away my family? What's the
Well-
lesson for me? Yeah.
Well, first of all, God doesn't take away our beloveds. Here's how I want you to think of it. When you were in the higher realms before this life, you were in your circle of loved ones that included your family of origin and all your loved ones. And you all said, hey, I want to go down there and not only evolve myself, but I want to help everyone there wake up to the fact that we're powerful divine beings on earth. We're not just physical beings. So your family is so advanced, you're so advanced that you made this agreement that there would be this very dramatic, traumatic, and dramatic exit for them that would wake up not only you, but many, the community, a very wide circle of people waking up to ask the hard questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Why do people cross over? Why is there suffering and pain? And that brings us to a higher understanding of spirituality than dogmatic religion does. Because in dogma religion, we're told that God takes people away and God puts people back. And that's not a full understanding of God's source consciousness. So you made an agreement, as hard as it is to understand that. You didn't make it with your conscious mind. Your higher soul made that agreement. And in that agreement, it was that you would now carry forward doing the astrology you're going to study, maybe some numerology, maybe some mediumship as you're ready to do it. And you would be the one who helps others understand that the soul continues, that everything is part of a soul agreement. That's what you're here to do.
Okay. So I did write my memoir in 2011, so I have that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to be an astrologer. So
Yeah.
I've studied for 10 years. So I'm just,
You've already studied for 10 years? Yes.
imposter syndrome. So it's like, whatever. So
there's no time for imposter syndrome. You're a 22 master soul. You've had this huge wake up call, and I'm sure you know my story that when I was 30, I lost my husband and my best girlfriend back to back. It was my huge wake up call. I was so angry at the world. I had to go on a journey of understanding who is God? What is God? Where did they go? Why am I here? And then through that, I came to the work that I do today. You're a 22. That's where you are. And you're in a 3 personal year. And that 3 year calls you to connect with people in classes. You should be getting mediumship training from Suzanne Giesman. I'm not kidding. Going to the people who teach it and realizing how powerful you are.
Okay.
Does any of that resonate with you?
Yes.
Do you have any other questions?
No, that was my main question. Why did this happen during my second Saturn return?
Mm-hmm. Biggest mine happened during my first Saturn return. The Saturn return is often the first or the second is when we get our biggest, most important wake-up calls, because that's when we have a transformative energy to shift and change everything. And that's where you are. You're doing great because you already are healing yourself, exercise, you're studying things, you're saying you're going to do this new work in the world. As a Taurus 22, you are the strongest soul in your soul posse. And they are now helping you because they're saying you agreed to stay and be the teacher and that we would work through you, giving you messages and guidance to share with the world. They're very happy that you're doing better.
Okay. So you said something about my mother. I should channel her or
Yeah.
you said,
So in the morning, sit down and meditate, quiet the mind, and then open your journal or your computer and say, Mom, what is it that I need to understand about why you crossed the way you did? And then just pick up your pen and start writing whatever you receive. And sometimes the first page, it just feels like you're not sure what's happening. And then the more you write, the quicker you write, suddenly words come through and ideas come through that are not coming from you. They're coming from a higher source. And you'll begin to identify your mom's voice in those messages. And then you'll be in direct communication with Mom. And you'll see she's actually in a very joyful, happy place. And you'll be able to talk to her that way.
Yeah. You said she's laughing at me.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. We never got along, actually, but anyway.
But once a soul crosses, you're back into the soul posse agreement where we all love each other. I mean, if you go listen to all the near-death experience stories and the out-of-body stories, the minute we're in that higher realm, we merge with our own higher soul, and our higher soul doesn't carry the human ego, the human personality, all that negative, awful stuff that we have to live with here in the earth realm. That doesn't exist in the higher realms. So, for example, your mother had a pain story while she was here, and that created a hard personality. But now that she's gone, she's been able to go through her own soul review and see it all differently, and she's sending you so much love and saying, I see who you are now. Sorry, I couldn't fully see that while I was there. And now I remember our agreement, and I'm cheering you on.
Okay.
All right, sweetheart.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, Sue, those were just such amazing messages and information that you gave Carlene. And I think that it's great to hear first other people's experiences. I mean, I can't imagine going through what she's gone through with her losing her family in that fire. It's just so horrific.
Yeah.
But then also hearing that, once people are on the other side, some of those old things fall away, and it kind of
Definitely.
takes away the fear and dread that we have.
And also what
What's going
happens
to
is,
happen.
when we have a troubled relationship with somebody and that person crosses, it's our own emotional fog that kind of gets in the way so that we don't think we're hearing from them, and we don't really want to hear from them. But that's the human mind, because I can guarantee you that her mother is totally merged now with higher soul, endlessly loves Carlene, is endlessly trying to send her healing ideas and healing little nudges. And that once Carlene can, do meditation, quiet the mind, and really do some automatic writing, she's going to have a whole new and better relationship with her mom.
And do you think people sometimes resist that ability or the suggestion of, hey, you can do mediumship, you can connect?
Especially a Taurus. I have to say, when we're in earth sign like Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn, we really think it's important that we're very practical and grounded. And as I evolved, I realized every time I tell myself I'm being practical and grounded, I'm actually afraid. I'm actually afraid of lifting into my higher soul's wisdom and listening to it. Carlene is kind of at a stage in her life where she's trying to make a choice. Do I believe in this higher world of God and spirit and unconditional love? Or do I feel safer staying in my old belief system? That's kind of the pivot point where she is. And yet her beautiful mom and sister are trying to pull her into that other viewpoint.
Well, I think that we're ready. We have one more person, and unfortunately we've had some technical issues, but I want Anna to try to have a shot. And so, Sue, I think she can hear you. So let's give it a shot and see if she can give you the information so that you could share some messages with her.
Hey, Anna.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Give me your information.
I am a Taurus.
Mm-hmm. Another Taurus.
Yes.
And what's the birth path number?
It is number 8.
Mm-hmm. And the personal year and age?
Age 62. Personal year 8.
Oh, wow. You are in the same personal year as your whole birth path as an 8. So for you, it's really a call to own your power right now in this year. And you're Taurus. So you, just like we were saying, you can be very grounded and practical and stubborn.
Yes.
But this year of owning your power is calling you to lift up. And by the way, so you're grieving, right? I know this about you somehow. Tell me.
Yes, Sue. Today is my son's angel day. And in 2 months, on May 18th, it will be an angelversary.
Right.
And I would love to give you
Yes, give me his information.
Okay, so this is Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Cancer sign.
Mm-hmm.
And he's number 7
Angel.
And
And how
today-
old was he when he crossed?
24.
Yeah. Oh, this is a beautiful angel. So let me just say, he was never meant to stay a long time, a very special angel soul. And your soul agreement number with him is the number 6, pure love, pure heart, pure family. He's here, both here and there, to heal you. And his love for you is about helping you lift into your own awareness and confidence and power in this lifetime. His early exit was agreed upon by all of the posse in your group, but it was to awaken and empower many other people, but especially you. His love for you goes back through time and space eternally. So what is your question?
Thank you. How can I help my grandson now? He is number 9, very sensitive. And
What's his sun sign?
Sagittarius,
Oh, wow. A Sag 9. And how old is he?
12.
Your grandson?
Yep,
What is
12.
he? Oh, 12. Okay. And do you know what personal year he's in?
Yes, number 4.
So, the Sag 9 is the old soul that agrees to go through a lot of losses and hard lessons in the lifetime. So this is right on path, that his father would have crossed early, Go ahead.
It's an uncle.
Oh,
This
uncle.
is my daughter's child.
Got it.
And the reason I'm asking is we're very connected, but then again, I am not directly parenting. So how can I best help him on his spiritual and life journey, just being a grandparent?
Well, first of all, he is an old soul. So a part of us has to trust that as he matures, he's going to step into his own wisdom and be able to follow his own heart. Right now, he's surrounded by people who tell him who he should be and what he should do. But you can still impact him by doing meditations where you see him, send him so much unconditional love, tell him, that all is well with his soul and with Jonathan's soul, and just send him that nurturing love that you have in your beautiful heart, and then release, let it go. And then as he matures, he's a 9-path Sag. He's going to be okay, but he's got to get to the age where he steps away from the people who are kind of telling him who he should be. And at that point, he'll get to be more in your life, and you will be a very powerful spiritual healer for him, spiritual helper for him.
Thank you. And thank you for everything you have done, Sue. You've been my angel on this journey. You did a reading for me just a few months after my son's passing, and most of the things you told me 4 years ago have came true, and I've been following you, read all of your books. And
thank you so much. I don't remember readings, and I don't remember 4 years ago, but I'm so honored to know you and love you.
Yes, and I'm joining your new Angel Academy.
Oh, good.
Yes, and I do follow your prayer. Help me, heal me.
Angels, help me, heal me, love me, lift me.
Lift me.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
You've been a true angel for all of us. So
And
thank
Jonathan is an angel.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right.
Such a beautiful connection. And I'm so glad that Anna, when we were able to hear her clearly,
Yes,
which is
I didn't have any problems hearing her.
I
Oh
was
my
worried,
God.
but I'm so glad.
No.
Such beautiful messages and information you were able to give to some of our participants. So I'm curious for, all of us collectively and some of the people that are watching on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, where we're beaming out here. I mean, what can we look forward to this year collectively for all of us? What is the year number for this year?
It's a rebirth year, like we were talking about in the beginning. So it requires collective labor. And what I mean by that is really not giving in to the conflict, the war mentality, no matter what side of politics you're on. We're no longer here to just disagree, argue, hate on the other side. It's a call to action in this new cycle that we give birth to a collective compassion for each other. That takes work, that takes labor. And in some people, it's about spiritual practice, it's about quieting the human mind. In other people, it's about going out and doing work that connects us with people so that we're not just stuck in our head, in our belief system, and hating on anybody who disagrees with us. That dissolves when we're out in the world connecting and talking and hearing each other's stories and loving each other. This labor that we're called to do is about opening the Christ consciousness heart in all of us that says, I see you as a beautiful soul doing the best you can, and I will not be angry at your beliefs. I will not demonize who you promote politically. I will say I'm going back to the memory that we are all one. We are all part of the collective soul group that agreed to be here on earth now for a reason of spiritual awakening. So again, it's that call to action. I have to find love and forgiveness and compassion no matter what unfolds in the world.
That resonates with me because I know so many people are feeling called. Maybe they feel powerless, but we're feeling that we have to do something. We're being called to, have our voices be heard, and hopefully we'll be able to spread a little more, love and compassion out there, as the rest of the year unfolds. But I want to thank our participants, everybody that joined us today, Shelley, Sophia, Carlene, and Anna. You guys are all amazing. And also, I didn't mention earlier our email here, info@mindbodyspirit.fm, as we're doing some more of these psychics, mediums, and mystics events with different podcasters on the network. Definitely reach us if you want to be a part of one of these live events and get readings and interact with our hosts, info@mindbodyspirit.fm. So thanks to everybody. Sue Frederick, remember, follow Sue, Mystical Conversations, and she's always got some great people. So tell us one person that you have coming up. Maybe you can share a guest.
Well, first I've got to say I have the greatest people on this show. I mean, even if you've never listened to it before, the last time we had Dr. Lottie Valentin, and she was talking about how we have the ability, by healing ourselves emotionally, spiritually, and physically, to actually go back and heal the entire ancestral lineage, past, present, and future, because we're all connected in the great web. It's called Indra's net by some religions. And that is such a powerful reminder of where we are today collectively in this 1 year. Indra's net. We are part of this collective awakening. We are all connected. So when I hate on one person, that reverberation of hatred goes out and hurts other people. But when I love and forgive and I'm compassionate, that goes out and helps others. So these are the kinds of conversations we have going on here. And I've got some great guests coming up. I'm going to have Elizabeth Boisson on again. She was on a few years ago. She's the president and co-founder of Helping Parents Heal. She has 2 children in spirit, and she is the most beautiful, powerful soul I've ever known in my life. So she'll be coming up soon.
That's an amazing organization. I'm glad you could throw that name out there.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody. Check out Sue, follow on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast, Mystical Conversations, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, hit us up over there, Mind, Body, Spirit FM, and you can see all of our episodes and all of our psychics, mediums, and mystics episodes. And our mobile app, grab that. It's free in the App Store for Apple and Android phones. So we try to take care of everybody. I'm Diane Ray, and thank you all so much for joining us on Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics, part of the mindbodyspirit.fm podcast network.